Hello and welcome welcome to Goose Show. Oh, I've already All right. So I was going to do this whole like little like draw my life thing. I was going to make a video today because some really crazy stuff happened to me and I was thinking about the metrics of it and it's like honestly, I don't think I could do this without at least like a half an hour of trial and error. But I just want to say I had a completely wacky day, and I used to be like, should I talk about my job on this channel? And I think I'm going to just because it was such a bizarro. This is a bad pen. Such a bizarro thing happened, and I know all of you tuned in for some high quality Stoneshard gameplay or to see me fail because I haven't played in a while. But yesterday I was driving on the old highway. Honestly, this wouldn't even be that inaccurate, and there were just strips of my tire coming off. It looked like a fine mozzarella cheese, and that made me very sad. That's me. It's my live reaction. But yeah, so I was driving on the highway, so I was driving like 70 miles per hour, and I'm probably gonna butcher this. Let me think, miles. I used to know miles to kilometers, kind of. No, actually, I don't because I'm actually debating internally right now if kilometers are less or more. But I believe a kilometer's smaller, so it'd be more kilometers. So like I don't know what 70 miles per hour would be in kilometers. I want to say 90 kilometers per hour, but I'm just pulling that out of my head. I wasn't going 70. That's a different story. It was probably going like 80. I don't know, but I was going like 60 miles per hour. So I'm just hearing these strips of my actual tire slamming against the well of my car, just going. It sounded like I was driving like a steam tank machine, and so I end up I end up pulling over and being like, "What is happening?" And then I see it. Oh, this is already going poor. I didn't separate the layers, but so I end up seeing it as represented by my eyes bulging out of my skull, and I was like, okay, it's only a few miles till I get home. So I wrote it out like terrified. I was like, you know, I was like, all right, well, this is it. Goodbye, everyone. that's my tombstone. That was literally me, IRL. I was just gonna go into how everything broke at my work, and it just sort of weirdly worked out like an 80s sitcom. But I think it'd be better if I pre-record it. I wanted to draw a little, little fan art. Like this is my perspective of Shadincore. So you're a cool dude. All right. I don't even know if you can hear me. Like this is going so poorly. But welcome. Thanks for joining. I wasn't sure if Shadincore is gonna be on. I think you saw my mouse there. Hopefully I didn't dox myself. Um I got two I got two t-shirts, and I actually had to see. I have a singular friend who I believe can read Ukrainian. Um and I was like, well, there's one person I have to show this stuff to. I got these shirts and they're in Ukrainian. And I don't know if they're like I'm not gonna say offensive, but I honestly don't know what they mean. So this one says I don't know, and then this one says uh I don't know. Apparently this one says student of war preparation. And I don't know if this makes you really uncomfortable for me to send this, or not send this, but to broadcast this and be like, hey, I hope you appreciate this. But that was something that came in at the mail at my work, like for me. So I own this shirt now. I'm pretty sure it doesn't say like, Bandera or like anything that could be perceived as making people very angry at me. Um, Yeah. Alright, this just in. The Shadincore said long hair with ordinary glasses, so hold on. Oh, I don't have the screen share up anymore. That's... Yeah, so I'm a little frazzled. I had to take an Uber home. I was late. I technically started streaming on time, but like normally I mean, I at least do like 10 minutes of preparation. When I draw long hair, I draw it like hippie hair. Because some of my family members were hippies. You have to look smug, though. That's just mean. Okay, never mind. Undo that. You can have a little... You can have a little half smile. Okay, on to Stoneshard. I'm realizing how much of a train wreck this is. Maybe one day I'll do a cool... a cool art stream. But yeah, you could bask in the glory of my shirts and my art. Not sure what the second two... So... I can't really go into it, is the issue. I'm trying to think of how I can phrase this diplomatically. I knew someone... I mean, I definitely am not smart enough to go into stuff like that is even vaguely political, but let's just say there was a coworker, I'm gonna say coworker, but it's like, it's even more distant than that. It's just someone who I knew kind of vaguely through work, and they ended up being in Ukraine when the crazy stuff happened. And so sometimes they will send us shirts and stuff like that. And I think they're pretty cool. But one time I got sent like a Banderas flag. I had to be like, yeah, I can't display that anywhere or really use it for anything. It's kind of like a complex topic that I don't have the mental capacity to you know, sort out. But anyways, that I'm sure that was fun. That totally wasn't a mistake to go through all of that. And we're back in Stoneshard. Yeah, this is a real game made by real people. I don't know what that means. Also, I'm not getting any volume, and it launched windowed. Stoneshard truly is the most cursed of video games. I actually don't know why it's windowed at all. I haven't launched it in a while. I'll do full screen borderless. Feeling a little dangerous, you know? Alright, let me close out all that crap I had open for no reason. That is way too loud. Now is it too quiet? Heard they had a drunkenness up. So there's different stages of drunkenness now, and like, honestly, there was like a pretty active debate as to whether or not alcohol was even a good item in the subreddit. Like, there's a Steam guide that's literally like, alcohol is pretty much not good except for like very specific types and very niche circumstances, which like, I mean, some of their points had to do with art stream over. I could do an art stream for 3 hours. I just don't think you'd want to see it. I used to have this friend, there's a thing called draw pile, and you can draw with each other, and I used to have this friend where if I was drawing in one corner of it, they would go to the other corner and draw penises on the stuff they already drew on. That's like, internally, I think that's my worst fear. I don't think YouTube would like that. Why did I do that? Hold on. So yeah, honestly, internally, I'm kind of wondering if I should do like a Star Sector stream for my next one. The only thing is that like, in my personal point of view, like playing games, like Stoneshard is the type of game where if like you're save scumming, you know, it's kind of like justified. It's like, well, that's kind of the style of the game. Like imagine someone, I mean, I don't know, I'm sure there's people that do Iron Man challenges, but imagine someone playing like Dark Souls. I know that's an obvious comparison, but someone playing like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, and it's like, oh, you died and you had to start over? But like with games like Star Sector, save scumming feels a little more like if I play Mountain Blade on stream and I'm just like save scumming, that would, I think, be pretty stupid. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, why don't you save scum? And it's like, because you want to actually play through the game. But like, if I just lose and my entire party dies and I have to start over, like, to me, that's not Well, here's the thing. To me, that's not entertaining. For someone else, that might be highly entertaining to watch me freak out over it. I think that's the key. I don't think I actually have any quests. Let's see what we have. I have a lot of equipment, like I was about to go into a quest. Let's just drink. Alright, so I hit drunkenness level 2. It increases your your crit and miracle chance. Oh no. Increases your fumble chance. Increases your pain resistance, increases your weapon damage, decreases your accuracy. Let's try walking. So this is drunkenness level 2, everybody. Yeah, I think we haven't had enough yet.
I need to focus.
Hello, hello. Looking for a strong drink? Yes, a flagon of mead. Find wench. So somehow that didn't get me to drunkenness level 3. Alright, now I'm at drunkenness 4, so I went from 2 to 4. How bizarre. What is in that? It's all fitting. Yeah, I can say this is, in my experience, I think it's pretty accurate. Stoneshard has become such a part of my life that it's like, you know, it's like an old spouse or something. It's just like, oh, what's new with you? Oh. And I got knocked out. I can just rest like this. Yeah, sleep it off, Jonah. Do you get a hangover? I don't want to save, so I don't want to sleep, so it's kind of... What? Okay, I don't want to be like the little YouTube critic, but I've gotten... I usually don't get like blackout drunk, to be fair. I think there's been 1 or 2 times in my life that's gotten like that when I was in college. But as far as I know, drunkenness doesn't cause you to like pass out and then wake up and then pass out again. I threw up. Eat some delicious pasta. Have a drink, Jonah. Calm yourself down. So it seems like whatever tier of drunkenness you're in, you stay in that tier for the entirety of the effect unless you know, drink more or something. Knocked out again. Okay. This is captivating, I'm sure. So yeah, I've dropped below 100 and it's not like I went to tier 3. This is thrilling. So the other thing I was thinking about Stoneshard is that I might have to just take the L with the Brynn thing. Like, unless I get some good grinding in, and then it's also like, am I gonna do it off camera or what? But unless I get some good grinding in, and I okay. Alright, so there is a hangover effect. Skills, energy, cost, morale chance, fumble chance, cooldown duration, sanity change, spell. That's a lot of stuff. The duration depends on intoxication levels, so I'm assuming the best thing to do is to only get, like, intoxication 1 or 2, if you actually want the effects. I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't, like, stock up on alcohol. Stoneshard is like, don't do alcohol. Well, because some people are like, just like in real life, you know, alcohol in Stoneshard doesn't do this, and it's like, or it doesn't help, and it's like, okay, I don't know. I'm the kind of horrible person where whenever I hear that, I'm just like, yeah, just like in real life when I cast electromancy on my foes and vanquish them. Just like my everyday real world. It's very cynical. I don't actually feel that way. It's just when the conversation goes in that direction of, like, realism. Is Stoneshard realistic enough? No. Heavens no. You know, in a game like Arma or Tarkov or something, I can almost kind of justify it because they're sort of sim-like in a way. But in games like Stalker or Stoneshard, I've never gotten the realism argument. Because it's just like, okay, well, if you wanted this game to be that realistic, you wouldn't have, like, artifacts and monsters and stuff. There's a line somewhere, I think it's just no one knows where it is. Not that I know. I crossed that line. Mentally. I'm worried this curiosity potion is just gonna get me drunk. I don't know if I should do, like, gameplay commentaries. I know that sounds really weird, because I'm always like, hey audience, what do you think I should do? But it's more so like, I've kind of realized that I like to talk things through. And, I don't know if it's morally okay to, like, use other people as kind of the, you know, the idea board, the bulletin. But, sure, why not? I was, like, fully prepped. What was I doing? That's weird. Oh, crap. I don't need this repair kit. Alright, let's see what goes. Honestly, I'm gonna just treat this one as a mulligan. If we make it out, we make it out. I'll give a single hoot. I'm just gonna drop this here. Yeah, bar wench. I don't care about your standards. Little chicken. Honestly, it's big boy plate. She doesn't have a water skin? Crap. I'm worried about hydration. I think I made mouth noises. Oh yeah, but I'm not sure if I should just like commentate on random stuff. Because I was thinking about it, it's like I have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm like, oh, I'll make that into a video, and then I don't. Which, I did fix my editing software, so I actually can say that, and it's not like some sort of horrible lie anymore. But, yeah, another thing I came across is that, I don't know if any of you follow the Steam Deck, or if you have a Steam Deck, or if you've ever looked at the Steam Deck subreddit, but I mean, if I had to give it to you in like a minute, the thing with the Steam Deck is that if you like want the Steam Deck to do specific things, like if you want to be able to kind of have like a weird gamepad laptop hybrid experience, if you want to kind of mess around with Linux, if you want to mess around with shmemulation, if you know, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Get a Nintendo Switch Pro account. Wait, if you have kind of like a specific want or need for the Steam Deck that the Steam Deck kind of fills really well, or like you want to play PC games on the go, I'm telling you, Metal Gear Solid 5 on the Steam Deck was like actually a pretty amazing experience. It's really good because you get the benefits of the console, but you also have options for like gyroscope controls, so I can just touch one of the mouse pads and, you know, go into gyro control mode. It's very moddable. It's kind of a splurge for myself, but I like it a lot. So, now that I've given my 2-minute long review of the Steam Deck, which I'm sure you were all waiting for, so the Steam Deck subreddit was like very positive. People being like, oh my god, this is crazy, this is, you know, something new. And so like, obviously being a subreddit, it becomes very, you know, it becomes very samey, it becomes very echo chambery, like those things that people don't like. But I went in recently, and someone was like, I'm a 40-year-old man, and the Steam Deck to me is one of the greatest gaming inventions in the last 20 years. And you see like all these comments that are kind of just like, what was the invention 20 years ago? Or like, you know, just like, oh yeah, good on you, man. But like maybe like top 5 or top aside, Nintendo Switch. Like people are like, why is this subreddit such a circle jerk? For one, you have the inherent issue of my live stream disconnecting. That's great. You have the inherent issue of people comparing it to the Switch. And Switch fans don't take well to that. I mean, that gives a myriad of emotions for me, but I own a Switch and a Steam Deck. The Steam Deck makes the Switch look like a paperweight, and it's been a paperweight for me for a while, so there's no real lost love there. Like, I like my Switch, but the main reason I enjoyed it was because I'd go and play games with friends in the IRL. Forgot the blessing. Should I just go back? Like... But what about my well-rested vigor? I don't know, I'm probably gonna die anyways. Let's just run it down. I did forget the blessing. Thank you for calling me out. But yeah, so you have all these people who are just like, oh, the Switch is one of the most innovative. So like they'll take what people said about the Steam Deck and then they'll apply it to the Switch to defend the Switch. But it's funny hearing people say, oh, the Nintendo Switch. I saw a comment that was like, the Nintendo Switch and the iOS are two of the biggest innovations in mobile gaming. And it's like, yeah, dude, I mean, you're a Nintendo fanboy, but I guess you forgot the Game Boy exists. Like, it's embarrassing to watch people Nintendo fanboy. They can't even do it right. So that's one issue. The second one is people who go, actually, the Steam Deck isn't that great. It's not that impressive when you really think about it. And it's like, my only issue with that, aside from like, you know, the whole Reddit snark and, oh, I didn't like that Reddit comment. Let me go write up a script for it. That's a healthy response. But, we don't kink shame here. That's right. We don't kink religion or... That wasn't a tit. Someone clip that. That was most certainly not a tit. I'm gonna turn that up. Hold on. Should I time? I'm gonna write this down. I don't have any paper. Damn it. So much. I don't have any paper. What did I do with it? My desk isn't even like clean. Alright, I'm gonna use a letter. I don't even care. I'm ready. The joke's already over. Like, this is 19 minutes. My granddad used to do this, actually. Rip Grandpa. It's really funny. I've become my grandfather. I gotta tell you, it feels great. Alright, Alright, let's see if I can take this. I'd like to get the mana. Okay, if I can do that, then yeah, the mana is worth it. He's just gonna sit there and let me do this? Alright, dude. You do you. That ain't good. That ain't Falco, and that ain't good. Alright, that one's called the Zippity Zap, just so you know. So if you're like a Stoneshard player, you're not aware of what I'm doing, just keep in mind that's called the Zippity Zap. Okay. Don't have enough mana to Extra Ball. This is where you know. Not good. I'm gonna say again, this is not optimal. I'll call that the iconic growling tit clip. Yeah, honestly, I mean, they could also be changing the way stuff works in this game, but this build suffers against certain things. And those beasties are one of them. They could have also nerfed Electro... Like, if I was them, I would nerf Electromancy too, so it's not even like I would be shocked. Not saying they did. Just... This game makes me hungry. So what happens when you don't eat? You get home and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do an amazing YouTube stream. But anyway, so with the Steam Deck, my core point is that it's a multi-purpose device, does a lot of things, and for me it works really well because I live a little bit away from my family for work, and you know, for whatever reason I just kind of decide like I'm not gonna talk about these things, but one of my uncles recently passed away due to cancer recently, and the number one thing I want to say, just to, if I ever bring that up, to addendum it, when people have cancer, there's kind of like a certain point where you know, like, there's a point where it's like, all right, it's probably gonna be the end, as they say. After art stream, you can have the ASMR chewing experience. I've been really thinking about moving to become like a mukbang channel, because I've been really into Korean stuff recently. So, you know, I could just do mukbang. Actually, like, there's certain things you bring them up to a Korean person, they'll get really mad at you. Or maybe not mad, but in my experience, sorry Timo, but I have a friend Timo, and whenever I bring up Maple Story, it's like his trigger. Like, die. I love that too. I feel like maybe there's some Americans, but I swear you'll never find an American where you say something that annoys them, they just go die. It's such a good insult. Yeah, back to that. I kind of got into the depresso stuff, but yeah. So I live a little bit away from my family, and some weekends I've been visiting. You know, I hang out with my grandmother. I showed my grandmother Conker's Bad Fur Day, and she was laughing, which is like, why do you have this? Shadincore, alright. I don't know if you're like, you stop to have like a tea break or something or whatever you do. I don't know if your power is going out, but please, you gotta look at this. Why does this monk have mud? This dude's got like an all-night Bible study session. I'll buy it. I don't think mud sells for 330. Are you trying to rip me off, sir? You scallywag? But Monk not only has it. Yeah, that's a good point. I love that. There's a certain cutoff point in these sandbox games where I feel like they were like, oh, the NPCs can't just sell their inventory. Like, no, they can, and it's hilarious. Oh my, it does sell for 330. He was giving me a good deal too. This game is psychotic. Dude, the people that make this game are out of their they're out of their minds. I can't believe 330 is the price for that. That's insane. Alright, I might turn the game up a bit and turn me back a little bit. So yeah, I want to kind of talk about it, but at my work, I actually happen to do AV stuff for my job, so similar things. I go home and then I do it as a hobby because I don't know, why not? But you'd be like, oh, so you're really comfortable with OBS. Kinda. But yeah, I don't know. Long day. I think I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna try and go back to the Steam Deck tangent. I'll see if I can land this plane. Yeah, so when it comes to like if you're traveling to visit your family and doing stuff like that, like the Steam Deck is a great choice. Especially like there's certain aircraft where you can charge it on the aircraft. Like not all of them you can, but like I've played War Thunder on it. I've played Total War Shogun 2. I've played Metal Gear Solid 5. I've played Tekken, which isn't officially supported but actually works with the experimental settings. I've played tons of games on it. Emulation's great. No complaints here. I also understand if someone goes, "Hey, I bought this. I don't want it," or "It's not what I wanted." Like I understand that. It's more so the aspect of like going in the subreddit and I'm just like I don't know how to compartmentalize those feelings. So people are just like, can we end this circle jerk? It's like, why are you here then? Like, I don't like circle jerks either, but if it's just, to me, it's like if some 40-year-old man is like, yeah, I have kids, I'm not usually able to game, but thanks to the Steam Deck, I can play on my, like, because that's what the post was. He was like, I have kids, you know, I haven't really gamed anymore, but like, you know, thanks to the Steam Deck on my like morning commute or whatever, I can, you know, get some games in. I've completed more games recently than I ever have in the past decade, and it's always something. I'm kind of like I'm going off here, but yeah, it was in my opinion, pretty wholesome. I'm also sure that there's been a ton of people. It's like a dime a dozen thing. A ton of people post about, but that was my annoyance or stance on that particular issue. See, the good thing about being someone who can literally talk about anything is when you've got these walking segments, because Stoneshard is the walking sim Pokemon. You can just kind of... Oh yeah, I forgot I had this. Damn, my vampiric staff. My vampiric staff. You know, whenever you're walking, I can just talk about my life. I can insert it. I think it's also a hard line, too, because I think... You're just, you know, like if you're making a video like how to do this, and you're trying to talk about your own life or kind of bring in your own personality, it usually comes off as annoying. Like if you do a tutorial like how to do this in Blender, like you better be pretty funny or whatever, good at whatever part of yourself you're inserting. Because if someone's there to just learn how to model something or something like that and you're just yucking it up, it's like a 2-minute tutorial that's been stretched out to 10 minutes. I feel like it's just annoying. I don't want to be that person either. And sometimes it's like, I guess it's better than awkward silence. Let's scan the room. This is how you play Stoneshard. George Lucas explaining Stoneshard. That wasn't a good George Lucas even. I don't know what that voice was. It was a cack. Odd. For a second there, I thought he was trying to break it. Gonna just try and finish him off. Didn't work, but I got the stun. Haha! That guy's not having fun. He's like, let me go! That's not fun for me. No! Unfortunate. It's like poetry, it rhymes. One sec, sorry. This is so rude. Sorry, something came up. So, you know, just ASMR. No, actually what happens is I die and I write a little, you know, some emo poetry down. Just to make myself feel better. Complete lie, but it's kind of believable, right? Alright. Enough gallivanting. Yeah, I've been thinking more and more like... I've done it before, but I'm kind of interested in maybe after I do the Venomist and starting out... You know, if I do future gameplay stuff, just doing like a two-handed build. Because I never really got to high level with my two-handed build. I did pretty well, but... two-handed sword, probably. There's absolutely no water here. Just boggling. Mind boggled. I also like how that shows up as an easy quest for me, but because my because my entire build is completely wrong, it's just awful. What are you selling? Who would win, Wizard with Fury of the Heavens and Electromancy, or one lucky fellow? I think it was the Licky Tongue. Part of the reason I want to play two-handed is because, or two-handed sword, is because I feel like if I just do a normal two-handed sword build, this game would be so much easier. Which might not even be true. I have the feeling that it's just going solo Electromancy is like you're super good in some areas and then awful in others. It's just an absolute chaos. I was also thinking, he has bread now! No! Get rid of your long bread. Thank you for your blessing, sir. I don't know if I have anything else poignant to bring up. Steam Deck's been cool. Kind of got re-addicted to War Thunder. It's just like... I mean, I remember when I started playing, I didn't know what I was doing, and the grind felt kind of bad. I was solo Electromancy and couldn't kill the ancient troll. Sounds great. Sounds like good balance to me. I mean, to be fair, they don't say you have to use solo electromancy, but like, it's the new, you know, it's the new class. Everyone's gonna do it. I did it. And then I realized the power of the hammer. Speaking of hammer, I just want to say, because I feel like I can just have a conversation with you about this. I don't know what I'm even saying. Just that anyone watching, I've been working on a Bannerlord video for like 2 months, and it was one of the situations where I get in these situations where I'm like, okay, I have a big project. Let me do something small to pad out the time or whatever. Just get something out there and practice. And I think I've gotten a lot better at like writing scripts and stuff. Like I think I'm working faster than I used to before, which is a really good thing. And like I'm producing kind of more. I mean, we'll see. I'm hoping I stick with it. But so like anyways, I was working on this Bannerlord video. You know, I had a relative pass away, some other stuff. And I made a reference like, yeah, there's some games I follow like Stoneshard, you know. I was talking about how Bannerlord has really confusing updates or something. But I was like, yeah, I follow like Stoneshard, Gates of Hell, Warhammer 3. Nothing's been going on there. And I was like trying to release the video like this week. And this happened to be the week that they announced the release of Immortal Empires. And now everyone can play the campaign instead of just people who own every single game in the trilogy. So basically they announced Chaos Dwarves. They announced the full release of Immortal Empires. They announced like some sort of faction rework thing. So, like, I don't even know what to do. Because, like, I don't want to cut that reference because I still feel a little vindicated because it took, like, 3 months for them to catch up with me. But, there's a big update, so that line doesn't make any sense anymore, so I need to edit something. Like, I might just put, like... Yeah, when I said that, it was true. Like, I don't know. Bannerlord's fun because, there's this anxiety I have that Bannerlord is going to completely change and all my points will be invalidated, but it never happens. So that's, like, the fun part. Like, Warhammer 3 getting an update was like, oh, that was something I expected. Kinda. Miscast? You can never get pushes on these enemies. You can never push them back. It's like, it's absolutely impossible. Can you throw these? I think you can throw these. So when you think about it, I won! Alright, I think I have... Oh, I don't have a single use, but I do have, like, full form. I think they should make it that if you walk with like an injured leg, it just damages you. And it destroys your leg, and you have to shoot up a single signal flare and wait for help. That'd be how I'd make Stoneshard. How bad am I? I would have been better off just... See, that's the thing about the club. The club is honestly kind of like a good complement to Electromancy, but the way this game works, it doesn't. So I'm actually not sure where I stand on that. Like, I don't know if I'd even recommend it or not. Also, all the doors are open in this dungeon for some reason, and, you know. It's like, I don't know, you hate to see that happen, I guess. Hello, Mr. Licky Tongue. That ain't good. That ain't good. I smooshed him. Right. I'm gonna go actually patch up my leg. I smooshed you. You done got smooshed. Oh, this is so bad. Alright, might as well just get that sorted. I had the sudden realization that I actually don't even know if eating is... How much is it? It's like plus 10% healing, so it's not nothing. It's just like... It's not as good as it ought to be. That ain't good. I don't like either of them, but to be honest, I'm a bit more scared of the Licky Tongue. It's just because Licky Tongue's a normal type Pokemon and I'm an electric, so it's kind of like an even trade, you know? Die, monster. What use is a mage? He's a one-shot, I just need to get away. Oh! Dude, I can't believe those do like 25 damage. It's like, come on. Leave me alone. I mean, I could start using Reflect on myself, but like... It just feels like it's better to cheese them out than even play this. Don't... If I had one word of advice for anyone trying to play Stoneshard, don't play Stoneshard. Cheese the entire game. It's how the enemies are going to treat you. Magic, it's overwhelming. Sure is true. Half health. That is crazy. He's still coming. Ah! It's really annoying when you try and do that and it doesn't kill them. It's kind of like you thought you killed me. Alright. I mean, like, even my fatigue is down. Hello, Mr. Rat. I wish that could happen with all the enemies. You just whack them once and they fall over. Dagger treats too. I forgot to put on my robe. Happens to the best of us. I unlocked Deadly Trick. I had mud in here. Okay, so I actually had mud before I even went into this dungeon. Alright. Not good. This is, suboptimal, as they say. Now that was very optimal, so I don't know what to do here. Can I kill him? Can I burst him? Oh, I can't burst him. Close the door! I found out recently, I'm gonna have to put this in the tricks video. You need to, like, right-click the door specifically, or you'll get in a lot of, unfortunate situations, as they say. Zap! Okay, dude, like... How tanked are you? 9% health. Alright. I'll sit here. You do you. Alright. There we go. So, gotta remember my backpack. But yeah, so you always gotta right-click the door, basically. Like, you don't have to, but, I mean, practically speaking, yeah, you do. It's an anti-sea bear circle. Sometimes the sound doesn't trigger for that spell. I'm really tempted to throw a trap, but honestly I'm doing well enough where I don't quite have to. I like how the AI just walks right into the ball. They have literally no clue. Good work, dude. You've cursed me. Cursed me for all eternity. Oh wait, no, only like 5 minutes. Do you think they're ever gonna have an update where they change the pie so when you eat half of it, it takes up like 2 slots instead of 4? I think that's the #1 thing this game is missing. Above all else. The pie update, it will be called. Gotta check. Like, I could just eat pie to get rid of my fatigue problem, but gotta be strategic. So long, weirdos. Didn't expect that. Whew. That's a nice little chest. That might be one of the best chests I've ever... Nah, not the best, but you know what I mean. That's a good chest. Buy myself a cup of elven mud. Because that's what people do in this universe. They drink mud. I really hope he can't tongue me from there. Famous last words. I think he's just stuck. Hit him while he's down! Jonah, sweep the leg! Sweep the leg! How do I never get that stun off? It's like... I don't know. Oh, I think they changed the chests. Yes, I do. It's my little... That's like my gnome finds a chest noise. Yummy. Okay. Stupid voices aside. This is going okay. I'm kind of like getting to that point in Stoneshard though where it's like I didn't find the boss room, that's already a problem. I don't actually have any problems, but not finding the boss room is in essence enough of a problem. Oh, are you still here? Yeah, see it. Alright, I'm in a 100 gold folio where it's... I might as well not even pick it up. I don't even think that's the boss room. I like how the way it counts walls. Aha! You've been tricked. Yeah, you saw me. Problem is, what you gonna do about it? Gotcha. Got him. Oh. Sugar. Can't really do much until I can hit the other one. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a horrible, horrible, horrible mistake. Do I even have a smoke grenade? No. Alright, I think I just killed the run. That's not good. That's not good at all. This is what we like to call suboptimal. If I try and get away, he's just gonna tongue me. Might as well just go for his health. Please stun. Killed, even better. If the bat stays there, this would be like play of the game. Thank you, Mr. Bat. Oh, I almost actually killed myself there. I gotta look at that, because I thought I knew that one's range. It's bad that I play the game like that, where I'm like, yeah, I think I know where he can hit. And... should I run back to town? That's like a should I run back to town moment. Hello. I feel like I should run back. Yeah. You know, honestly, I need to offload some of this loot anyways. Let's make this a two-parter. Fascinating Stoneshard content, I'm sure. me running back with the loot. Antidote. Noted. Alright. Excuse me. Like, I love the way you kind of walk around like a little Lego person. I need to start playing Stoneshard like that, because I can literally just go sleep. Get some more food. Yeah, throw the book, dude. Okay. Honestly, like, if you think... Yeah. Well, hopefully, if I kind of just take the same route I did when I came up, I killed some bandits already. I'll definitely have to look out if I find those strange Mogwai creatures. The trick I usually use here, at least in the spawn I got, is like, if I get to Varen's camp, then I'm pretty sure there's no chance you can get enemies. So I usually just, try and get to Varen's camp, because that kind of gives you, like, a free space. It's not bulletproof, it's just like, now all I have to do is get to the bottom of this tile and I'll be safe. But how could I resist delicious berries? I can't carry them. I don't even have space for berries. I don't know why I did that. I actually walked away with more money than I started with, let alone loot. I don't know about Mogwai. What are they called? I always forget. I was gonna say Chinook, but that's the name of a helicopter. Helicopter! It's the name of the helicopter, I think. Oh goodness, oh goodness. What's next skill now? I actually don't know. I mean, chain reaction would probably not be my first. I guess I'd get Tempest then, just to have the last skill. Instantly kills enemies at or below 20% max health if their current health is equal to... Oh, they put like a clause in for bosses. Resonance Cascade. They put a Half-Life reference in here? Yeah, Resonance Cascade would definitely be good. I feel like even though Cascade would obviously help that other one, it would just be easier, honestly, to get Cascade first and see basically how much damage it can do for me. But I mean, giving everything Resonance will definitely, like, even just thinking about the dungeon I was just in, that would completely change things. Because, oh, that was horrible, I'm sorry. There was a there was a mouth noise. I swear. But yeah, I mean, it would probably be getting those 4 remaining Electromancy skills, and then I'd be at like level 22, I think. And then I guess I could put the rest in either maces or something else, depending on what I decide. I think everyone's actually going to be closed, which is going to kind of suck for me. I hate having to shop, like, before my well-rested runs out. Like, that's honestly one of the most annoying things to me. If I'll... Because I'm going back into the dungeon, and I'm pretty sure I understand how this game works, but if I lose my backpack because it was in the dungeon, I might lose my mind. Merchants are still out. I might have time. Bookseller. I have need of your books. The other thing, too, is that, I mean, I think I kind of came to the realization that, like, I have my own, you know, feelings about Stoneshard and stuff, and then reading some of the other stuff, I realized that there are some people who got this game and, like, or they backed it, and, like, I was gonna say 2016, I don't know, they backed it a while ago, let's say that much, so, like, I can kind of understand why there's people who are like, oh, it's taking too long, because I didn't really understand it at first. Don't buy my amethyst. Oh, that's 200. Okay. Don't pick up the 25. Ooh, you. Oh, you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get, more meds tomorrow, so, in the game. Just to be clear. There's this buffoon. I might just run back down. I mean, it's nighttime anyways, so it's not like I have anything better to do. But, let's see. 1 coin purse. Some other. I should be able to Dude, I don't want to be a racist, but in all these Slav games, I swear they mix up like Control, Alt, and double click, so I never know what to do because I have like muscle memory. Cash prizes. Okay. I feel like I can just sell this stuff some other time. So I'm just gonna put it there for now. The axe is like, honestly, it might be good to just have an axe. I have an axe. I don't talk to them anymore. Ha. So how are things going in, you know, your side of the planet? Let's get topical. This is the new segment where I talk to the viewers. You excited for Eurovision? That's so mean. It's like, it's not mean, but the way I said it, that's like so dickish. Sorry. I was trying to like make it so obvious that I was joking, but I feel like I just made it sound really mean and rude.
You excited for Eurovision?
I like talking to European people because, I don't know. I can't really give a good reason. I feel like if I gave any reason, it would just kind of not make sense. I find it entertaining, but I couldn't tell you for the life of me why. They just have a different perspective on life. Do you ever just keep an entire bowl of soup in your bag? And yeah, I know we have thermoses, so like technically you could do this in the modern day, but you couldn't do that in the 1500s. You liars, you frauds. Okay, I had a moment there where I was like, I did sleep, right? Didn't mean to do that. Crap. So yeah, when it comes to the Brynn guide, I might just do it without the Venomist. I mean, we'll see. Like, I haven't even started it, so if I keep streaming again, like, who knows? I might have it done, but to be honest, I was thinking about doing, yeah. Let's see, that's right. You stay out of the Eurovision talk. You continue with the soup. If you don't know shit about Eurovision, like, I don't know. You don't have to respond. I'm just trying to make stuff up. Trying to make a funny. Let's see, he has a bearding axe, too. Except he'll buy mine for, like, 1/10 of the price he sells his for. How weird. Hello, simpleton.
The fool.
I picked up an axe, I know that much. Smoke grenade. Potion I didn't use. I'm gonna go probably get my bear trap prepared. Then I'll eat my pie. Cause I swear I'm a sponge. I swear I'm a sponge. I need something repaired. I need you to hit something with a hammer until it looks better. Can you do that, bud? Oh yeah, I don't know why you're being so aggressive. I don't know why you have to be so rude about it. How do you feel about games where you have to actually like take time out and sell stuff? Because in some games it's like very obviously part of the appeal, like Mountain Blade or something. I don't know. It's like part of the gameplay, really. But in other games, it like Stoneshard is in this weird state where it kind of just... What the heck? Holy crap. Don't besmirch me. I know Eurovision. I know... Alright, Rock, hallelujah. You're hip with the youth. That's crazy. I'm hip with the youth too. That's why I play Stoneshard. Stoneshard is the new Fortnite, didn't you hear? You get a free bandage. Two bleeds. 4. 2 splints is nice. Oh, I was gonna throw this purse somewhere. I don't know why I took it with me. I'll just throw it here. You can keep it. Keep the change, old man. Oh, so someone was saying that Sporific Sponge is the best pain change in the game. Because as long as you're willing to, like... Because realistically, if you use it the same way I use alcohol... Screw you, Brendan. Brenton. Realistically, if you use the sponge the same way I use alcohol, it should be fine, because it's like... Apparently the sleep is for 10 turns too, which is, I was worried about being asleep for like 200 turns, you know what I mean? That was why I didn't use it. Whatever. That's such a ripoff. That should have been like at least 100. I don't even care. I'm not gonna use it. I don't trust that they aren't gonna just change alcohol back. So I'm gonna try the sponge. That's Dark Brenton. Listen here, corn pop. No! More than 18 crowns. Listen here. I won't have any of that malarkey. It's the whole thing with a... The whole thing with a Chinese spy balloon, and the most baffling thing about that whole incident was people were like, there have been other UFOs detected. I feel like people didn't realize that UFO is like kind of like 2 meanings. It can mean you're on methamphetamine and you're wondering where they're hiding the bodies of the little alien men, or it can mean we don't know what that flying object is. We don't even know if it's a plane. It could just be a big bouncy balloon. It could be something else. And like, to be fair, you know, this could be the start of the aliens coming in. Like, you know, if that's what happens, it's what happens, I guess. But it's just funny that people were like, UFOs have been shot down. It's starting. Like, okay. Well, it was fun while it lasted, you know? I don't know. Is there anything else? I'm excited for Company of Heroes 3. I got a lot of footage of the beta, but like, I didn't even know what to do with it. Because, first of all, the game had ice cream graphics, because apparently the shaders weren't working, which they admitted to or like talked about, so props to them for saying why. But everyone was like, this game kind of looks terrible. And yeah, I guess it was just the shaders weren't working right. But I'm also kind of interested because I've honestly never been a fan of the Eastern Front. And saying it out loud, saying it out loud, it's kind of weird that people are like fans of periods of World War II. Like, World War II is just a huge awful thing that happened, and that's how I compartmentalize it. Because people are like, can you believe the Dutch during World War II did this? Or like whatever, some group of people. And it's just like, World War II is one gigantic confusing mess in which people just committed atrocities, I don't know, just cuz. So, anyways, going back to the fun topic, Company of Heroes 3 is like Africa and the Italian, you know, theater. And one thing I've realized from kind of looking into World War II is people really discount Italy, and like I can completely understand why, but they kind of discount them in a way that's, I wouldn't say baffling, but just weird. Like, most people definitely don't know Italy was involved in the Eastern Front, and there were Italian troops fighting in Russia, and I would say more so people don't talk about how the early stages they did pretty well, actually. I mean, obviously, like, Mussolini was kind of stupid, and, you know, their tanks weren't the best, like, stuff like that, but people equate that to they all sucked. So anyways, just seeing a World War II game, you know, like a strategy game that has the Italians is cool. Fortress Holland was interesting plan. I think I know what that means. Like, you just mean, like, the early stages of World War II? Yeah, I mean, all of World War II is interesting, in my opinion. It's, like... I don't know. You know, honestly, like, I had a friend talk to me recently about... we were talking about Rising Storm 2, but it kind of stuck with me, where he was just saying his girlfriend was looking at it, and he's like... You know, she was like, it's just a shooter, you know? You go in, you're like, okay, well, let's reenact some history. That's how a guy sees it. Or person, but guy is what I encounter. So they go, yeah, let's reenact some history. And she was like, isn't that kind of morbid that, like, people actually died and you're like role-playing as it, you know? Then there isn't really a solid answer. I know Italy, I know Benito Macaroni. He had to flood the Netherlands to make tanks useless. Listen, it would have worked if we just gave them... we just gave them the resources. Those crazy British people would have come up with a plan. That would have sucked. I mean, and also, if you're talking about the UK, they made a lot more mistakes like that. Like, one thing I was reading about was how I'm about to get bodied by these two enemies that were right behind the door. Oh no. Get away from me. It's the Gimp. And that's the Super Gimp. One thing I was reading about was the Czech Republic, because I found it very interesting. Czechoslovakia, you know, during their occupation, because they were occupied by Germany. And they said, hey, German Aryans are cool, everyone else drools. And they made life pretty bad for some of the people in the Czech Republic, and they hated their occupiers, or a lot of them did. Some people lived there and they benefited, so they went, hey, I'm benefiting from this is cool. Whatever happened happened. But the British had this plan where they were like, okay, we're gonna kill the top Nazi official because he's really bad, and then that'll inspire an uprising. And, you know, the Germans will be like, whoa, we just lost the top dude. We need to reevaluate stuff. And it's like one of those situations where, like, if you remove the context of history, it makes a lot of sense. But the problem with the British plan was that the Nazis were Nazis. So they train all these Czech commandos. They go in and they actually kill the official. And, you know, the church hides them. There's all this crazy stuff that happens where the Germans are trying to find them. But what they end up doing is they put in a person who is somehow even worse. And does lots of horrible things and to the people, and they kill a lot of people and do bad stuff. And they actually found, like, the commandos that did it, and they, you know, they shot them to death or whatever. But, I mean, there's a really heroic line where, you know, they said something like, you know, I'm gonna die like a Czech or something like that. So, like, there's an element of, like, it was heroic, and I guess you could argue that, you know, they were trying to do the best they could to save their country, but it just ended up being worse, and Britain probably shouldn't have had them do that. Like, there's a lot of examples of Britain kind of led the Allied movement from the UK, and there's certain stuff where, like, just sort of trolled their allies. But it's interesting because you talk to a British person about it, and if you say something like, well, your prime minister should have, you know, done more, you know, you guys could have stopped World War II if you intervened, like, I've had some interesting arguments where people are like, we couldn't have stopped World War II, we weren't strong enough. That's just, like, the fact. Sorry, I went on a really long tangent. Or you could say that... You could say they did not see that... Oh, Jesus. I didn't even understand what you were writing, and then I read it. And then it's like, half my brain didn't want to believe that that was in my chat. YouTube's not going to link that. I'm not going to get the monetization I already don't get. Oh, no. I'm actually getting a lot closer to monetization, which, is weird. Yeah, sorry for going on a World War II thing. I got on a World War II kick because I started getting into, like, models and bolt action and stuff. I think the best way to view it is just as stuff that happened, because otherwise, like, I definitely know people were like, well... Honestly, it's too big of a subject, but people go into it like it's present tense. I mean, I don't think that means you have to just be like, well, it never happened. Like, you don't have to pretend it didn't happen, but... It's weird people who, like, talk about it like it's irrelevant. Like, it's like, oh, the French didn't do very well in World War II, thus they are bad now. It's, okay, 70 years. Reynard Heydrich. Yeah. But if you look into it, it was a lot of weird Scooby-Doo Kind of like Americans where they replace a dictatorship with democracy, but the end product is civil wars or genocide. I have a, yeah, welcome to the politics stream. My point, I gotta think of how I'm gonna phrase this. I feel like people phrase it that way when it was somewhat more of like an inevitable thing, but I think that would vary from country to country. Like, I feel like if you talk to a Canadian, they'd obviously have a different view, but I feel like in a way, it was just one of those things that was like, I'm not explaining myself. I feel like the Americans declaring independence and all that stuff was just kind of destined to happen because of how sort of hands-off the English were, and I mean, the English weren't exactly super progressive in the 1700s or anything, but that doesn't excuse Americans of blame. I think if you are not an American, the one thing I'll say to you is that, in my opinion, being an American is like, you have a lot of bad historical figures and you have a lot of great historical figures. Like, I could be like, yeah, we have Edgar Allan Poe and Ben Franklin, or I could bring up some really awful people. So I think some people take that and they're like, America sucks, or some people take it and they're like, America's the greatest. I feel like it's a perfect example of how, you know, there's not like this ideal of just like a purely good, that was a great miss, by the way, like a purely good, purely bad. That's how I take it. But obviously some people would be like, America's just been purely bad. Especially if like our country was involved in stuff in your country. I found a golden plate. The other thing too is that I'll probably, you know, wax philosophical, like, well, there's some really smart Americans. We're not all dumb hicks. And then you know, you go in the news or something and you see a dumb hick. It's just like, oh, whatever. What's the point? My main message as an American is that we're not all Florida or Texas. One thing of this country is that it's very different from one place to another. But if I sat here and said, yeah, where I grew up, there weren't hicks or there weren't racist people, I'd just be lying to you. That was a cool rant, right? That was probably very funny. Sure, you all came here for Stoneshard and philosophy. I'm getting bodied here. 73%. Okay. Can you like get another bleed or something? Actually, what's his range? Blood spit is 5 range, so I think the 5 is carried the 2. George Washington fought for the British in the 7 Years' War. Matter of fact, kind of caused it by killing a French ambassador. Long story. Yeah, I mean, there's other stuff too. Like Benedict Arnold was a war hero. He's considered, you know, an awful traitor in the United States. I think to a degree, it's like, I mean, from my point of view, it's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have done whatever he did, but it also happened like 400 years ago. Then you also have classic examples of America where, like, this is true. Like, schools used to literally just teach you about Ben Franklin and be like, oh, there was also this guy named Tesla. And I don't know if it's because he was an immigrant. I don't know if it's because, I don't know. But, I mean, I think they would acknowledge Tesla existed, but they would never give you the full story of how much more innovative Tesla was. But then, also, I gotta say, I've noticed all these people are like, thus, did I say, I hope I didn't say Ben Franklin, but people then take that and be like, Thomas Edison was just stupid. And it's like, no, the point isn't that Thomas Edison is stupid. The point is that Nikola Tesla arguably did more and gets less recognition. That's the issue. The issue isn't that he was smarter than Thomas Edison. Yeah, epic rant. I don't know. You know what? This is a strat I learned kind of recently. If you find loot in a container, you can't fit it, and you might come back for it, just throw it on the floor. Haha, Tesla was born in my country, Croatia. It's not just not competitive with Edison. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's like, to me, it's this kind of like, to me, the point is that we went from literally not acknowledging him, which is wrong and awful. Like, when I was growing up, the school books, he was just a footnote. I think they make more of an effort to talk about him now, but I honestly think it was just because he was an immigrant. And, like, in my opinion, The whole point of America is that, like, all of us are immigrants. Which you'd think wouldn't be a controversial statement, but it kind of is. Kind of straw manning, but yeah. So it's just like... Honestly, I don't know. Is Tesla the most famous Croatian? Oh, and then... Never mind. I don't know what I'm even saying. It's nice to talk about stuff. It's nice to incoherently rant. Aha. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay. Actually. Yeah. Can I heal with boxes? Hey, Brandy! I don't know who Brandy is, but they look pretty fun. Alright. I should have said they must have been pretty fun. Let me think. I'm actually thinking right now. Dude, I swear. Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but I used to work at a grocery store, like a chain, but the owner was Greek, so he'd have all these import foods, right? Okay, I'm having a brain blast here, so if I'm completely wrong, I'm sorry for like insulting your country. But so the owner was Greek, so we'd have this aisle with like all these imports. A lot of American stores don't really have good imports. They'll have like stuff from Mexico, not too much. But there was this chocolate bar, and I think it was Croatian. And I think there was another one that was like Nutella. It was like a Soviet Nutella. Don't you mean illegal aliens? LOL? Yes, quite. Luka Modric he's a football guy, but Tesla is there with him. I don't follow football. Actually, my youngest brother's really into them. That's another thing that's really strange. Like, the next generation of Americans are probably going to be really into football and FIFA. But my generation was like kind of the beginning of it. I'm dead. Should I rush him? Bloodthirst. Apparently not. You know what, let's just... Maybe I can close the door. They can't open doors? Oh, that's a gamer moment. He opened it! Die, monster. I'm within range. It would behoove me to get away from him. Name just can't... I can't remember the name. That's the issue. I haven't had it in like 3 years. I think... was it Croatian? I just remember they had this like... Because I looked it up because I had the name, but it was like... It used to be like the Soviet equivalent of Nutella. So it was like a chocolate hazelnut spread or something like that. I had that, and then there was this chocolate bar, and the logo for it was like a little stupid bear. A little stupid bear. That's not very nice. The logo was like a little cartoon bear, I think. Or that was the mascot for it, because there was like a weird commercial. Yeah, it's not Croatian. I'm sorry if it wasn't Croatian. That was just like a weird moment I had. Because I used to try all the different Slavic chocolate, and let me tell you, there were a few. Is it lean? Hold on, I'm Googling. I'm actually stopping. Dude, I think it is. Do you think Stoneshard will be finished in 5 years or 10? I think it is Lino, but I think I had the Lino chocolate bar. I think that is what it is. I'm gonna be honest with you, I remember the commercial because it looked awful. Like, the commercial looked like it was animated in 2008 or something. But I don't think it was. But yeah, I think that is it. I'll have to do more research. I don't want to be, like, mixing stuff up, too, because, like I said, I would go there and just, like, buy random snacks, because I was like, alright, whatever, you know. Slovenian chocolate, I guess. Let's see how this goes. It's fun. Big brain. That makes you drunk? Oh, no. My curiosity potion has made me an alcoholic. Is this a sequel to Crystal Shards? Laugh. You're trolling me and I don't like being trolled. Stop the hate. Stop the hate. I'll ban you. Also, of course it's not a sequel to Crystal Shards. Crystal Shards sucked. Ha! Got him. Got him! Yow! Ooh! I can't tell. Oh, I think I actually didn't reduce the chat delay, so you probably didn't even have time to, like, respond to that. If at the end of the stream is not called World War II Surgeon Nutella, I'll call it that. I don't care. I just, like... Sometimes I'm not in the mood to play Stoneshard, but honestly, right now I'm having a good time, so it's working out. I think I'm actually being toxinated. I'm being toxinated. Help, I'm being toxinated. The amount of times, like, the enemies in this game just team kill blatantly is really funny to me. Like, the way they walk into traps and, Actually, going back to what you said, Valentine, I have this fear that the game will be significantly less fun when they finish it because the enemy won't do stupid stuff like killing themselves on traps. That's something I kind of was going to keep to myself, but it actually feels appropriate right now. How's there another golden plate? I think they buffed the item drops. Do I have anything to use? The armor-piercing hammer. Yes. Sorry, I didn't know this was a troll-free zone. What the hexors? Your description, learn from this baka. Yeah, asexual, genderless. Okay, alright, hold on, let me pause. Pause, time out. I have this friend. I'm not gonna go into specific details, but I was making fun of their bio. If you want to be an asexual, genderless raccoon cub, do whatever you want in your streams. That was just a reference to a specific person. I realized no one's gonna understand what I'm saying. I have a lot of moments like that, unfortunately. Alright, so here's what we do. We switch to the staff, right? Switch back to the hammer. That was totally intentional, not a mistake I made. Hit him with the shock. Look, we got a victim right there, all tied up. Thank you. He's still coming. Alright, this wasn't part of the plan, I'm gonna be honest with you. That last one was supposed to put him down. I had written in my notes, puts him down. Die, monster. He's still going strong. What? What are these made of?
Cancelled.
I just wanted to say, thank you for stopping by, my friend Blaff. If you're looking for some entertainment after the stream, check out Blaff's channel. Check out 4chan Green Text. That was a mistake. That was just a flex, actually. That wasn't a mistake. I never make mistakes. I just flex.
Take this, you bastard!
She just said that to a corpse. What in that? What? Like, that's almost embarrassing.
I beat up the corpse.
Am I still on the same floor? How is this not over yet? Where did I even come from? Folio. Folio. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to World War II, I guess, because I don't know. What a lively topic, but, Bolt Action is, like, basically the, World War II equivalent of 40k, like Warhammer 40k. And, I was getting into it. I have an American army, and I have some Italian units, and I don't know if I'm gonna go further, but, the problem is painting them. Like, I really like assembling models. It's actually quite fun, but painting them takes a lot longer. Especially if you don't fully know what you're doing, so I'm learning. Do I know any Soviet cartoons? The only Soviet cartoon I know is... This is going to sound really weird, but I actually found a second one. But I know the Treasure Island one, obviously from the memes, but it's actually a really good movie. Or, it's a really well-animated, interesting movie, but I recently saw the Soviet Winnie the Pooh movie. I thought that was fascinating. By the way, Goose, thanks for showing the leak for Beastman DLC a while back. I'm subscribed since then. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's just that, following Total War Warhammer 3 kind of got to a point where, like, I don't want to say it was toxic, but, I wouldn't say obsessive either. It's just always checking for stuff on Warhammer 3 and just seeing all the arguments and all that stuff. It wasn't fun, and I wasn't having a ton of fun playing Warhammer 3. Like, I played it a bit. I had okay time, but... not enough to be like, do I want to make... I didn't even want to make videos about it, because I just had nothing to say other than, like, I want to wait till this is out. It's like, technically, Immortal Empires is coming out, and the Chaos Dwarves are coming, but, you know, the person that I go to for leak information, they didn't have anything Or sorry, I'm phrasing that like I'm blaming them. I wasn't aware of any leaks, and there haven't been any leaks because like nothing's happened with Warhammer 3. So like I might make more Total War content, but just had to find other stuff to do. Yeah, I appreciate it. I think I might have just actually killed myself. I said that earlier and it worked out, but... 2, 3, 4, 5. Sugar. Yeah. Ugh. I'm honestly gonna just burn my spike traps on that fun guy. I hate the tonguey boys so much. I think something healed him. From downtown! Alright. I gotta wait. I don't know if that'll actually jump. It did? Okay. Yeah. The bone... the video where I rant about Bannerlord, and see if I can actually figure out how to edit 10-minute long videos is on its way. Other than that, there's something like absolutely disgusting. Like Shadincore, like I want to make something about my weird work story that happened today, so that might come out too, but I'm like, I want to talk about it, but if I talk about it, it won't be as funny. But I found these old AMVs some people had made on YouTube, and they just fill me with pure joy. Like, they're so fun to watch because they're just like old AMVs. They're kind of cringy. But I decided to edit them with new music, and it makes me laugh, but I also just feel like I'm an idiot. Like, I honestly... It's like when I make Picasbury videos. Picasbury videos are only for me and my friend. Like, no one else will like that. Ow. The face when you get really distracted and completely ruin your game. Spirit bomb. So this is what happens when you don't bring like a ham or a whole pie. You just run out of food. That's no good. I actually have 3 bombs left. I thought I had 2. The joys of not being able to count. I'm wondering if I should sponge myself. Oh, okay, I can't sponge it up with something like that on the horizon. The urge to sponge it up is there. Works for me. Okay. I swear I never get the stun on that. Also, I actually just whiffed. That's not ideal. Oh, I just whiffed again. I was about to be really upset. I'm sure this is fascinating, by the way. I'm just worried because I think my leg isn't broken anymore, but I am in pain. So, we'll see what that does this for. Not bad. Just read it for no reason, you know. Disenchantment scroll. Oh, let's try sponging it up. Yeah. I don't know, I gotta say, I think the sponge is a good idea. I might start bringing them with me more. They're cheap and, I mean, it seems to work well. Sword Priestess 3. Don't know why I'm even reading them, but... Oh yeah, because you get XP. Weird gamer moment where you forget how the game works. Oh, we didn't get... This is Stoneshard. This is as hype as it gets. I may literally be the Stoneshard streamer. Oh, honestly, this is another thing that's big, and sometimes I forget it's... I don't know, man. I don't know how to even describe it, but like, obviously, not spending every waking second checking videos on my channel you already watched, but as a content creator, you end up getting a lot of notifications and stuff like that. Also, he bled me. Perfect. Bled me in the head. I don't know where the end of this dungeon is, but please, please just tell me I'm close. I'm not even gonna go over there. Like, I'm genuinely not even checking that. Alright, Ratoid. Listen, if you've never done that to a rat, you you haven't lived. I think this really is where the boss room is, because there's not anywhere else it could be. Sorry, I cut myself off there because I got bled, and there were... Actually, didn't I drop a... I think I dropped a splint earlier, didn't I? Yep. On the road again. So the brewery quest tutorial has started to kind of like pop off, and I'm gonna be honest, when I released it, I was like, I want to say upset, but it seemed like I literally logged into accounts in my work, to be honest, and it wouldn't pop up. So there'd be the one tutorial that's like, Stoneshard, how to get to level 2. And then I made the other tutorial and no one was watching it. So I even like changed the name. Like, I did a bunch of stuff. Didn't I find Brandy? Oh, crap. Brandy, I need you. I said I didn't need alcohol. It was a lie. It's already a lie. But yeah, so the brewery tutorial's been popping off, and like that's a good thing, because it's like, okay, yeah, it definitely feels like a good time to make new Stoneshard content, but how many turns is that? Alright, bye Brandy. So it feels like a good time to make Stoneshard content. It feels good to have people like watch it, but the bad thing is that like I didn't really make that like a guide. I made it like, wow, this is a feature in this game I didn't know about. Let's make a video about it. So like, I don't know, I might change the title or something, but that's my current dilemma. Drink water. It is so tasty. There's something here. Okay. Oh, a bat. Fudge. Thought I reflected him for a minute. What? What? Hold on. Let me get the envelope. I'm writing that down. Sorry, I had to focus there. But I just want to state for all of those of you that missed it, that grub just opened a fucking door. Sorry, I try not to curse. That grub just opened the door. The grubs can open doors. Like, dude. I'm sorry, that... It didn't even kill me. I'm just, like... half funny, half mad. Alright, I got the timestamp. Grub opens a blanking door. It's vindictive, but I just... Oh! I forgot I was dizzy! I'm drunk! Stay away! I have a hammer and I'm not afraid to hurt myself. Alright. Issue number 1 is that I most certainly don't have a no bueno. Ah! Okay, don't actually scream. That's kind of rude. Hello, Mr. Witch. Alright, yeah, sure, cool. Do you think he'll be smart enough to avoid this, or do you think he'll just walk in the bear trap like a moron? Let's see. Ball of them. He's still alive! This dude's like a Looney Tunes character. All that for a monk stuff. Alright. Anyways, so we're a little worse for wear, but we made it through the dungeon. If you're not familiar with Stoneshard, you still need to make it back home. It's part of the procedure. I have a decent amount of meds, but I actually don't have a splint to repair my torso. I might have to go say hi to my old friend Brandy, but hopefully we can make it back. So, you know, that's the interesting stuff about Stoneshard. You don't even... I'm in pain shock. That's new. Gotta say, might have to go back to drawing time. Might have to go back to a drawing stream if I just suddenly collapse and die because I'm in pain. Yeah, my character's going, Sean! That went down smoothly. Alright, we done? Can I go now? Oh, jeez. Does Vivifying Essence help with pain? I believe it's fatigue. Yeah, it's sanity. It's sanity, energy, and health. Which, yeah. I actually don't have any other pain stuff, so, like, maybe I'll keep alcohol on me, because I don't think I've gone in pain shock from that before. But let's do the important thing and fill our pockets with money. Athletics 2. Okay. An altar bell. Do I need an altar bell for something? Did they change the price of that? Okay, it's 35. Okay, so just to be clear, if you're not familiar with Stoneshard, Stoneshard is like a turn-based, kind of tactical game. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's an RPG, obviously, but it's a little bit like Stalker or Escape from Tarkov or something like that. So if I die, I have to go back to the last place I slept, and the last place I slept was in town, so I was worried I was gonna die to being in pain, which would have made me not happy, because it'd be like, I can't believe my character just fell over and died because they were in pain. And also the effects said that there was like a chance of it on it, or it said near death. I've literally died of drug overdose in this game. Read. I'll throw. I'm so bad at this game. Yeah, so another thing is you can read books in this game, like, you know, like Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, something like that. And I was literally 100 XP off from leveling up, and Shadincore had to remind me that you could read. When will I learn? When will I learn how to play this game? Probably just gonna keep going into willpower, honestly. Okay, so another thing I need to do before I leave is find my backpack, because I had a backpack full of stuff before I went in here. I can't even find the way oh, there. Read a book! Yeah, reading a book is good for you. So yeah, I don't know if it's easy to understand, but I'm trying to get through these dungeons without dying, because if I die, I have to restart. I'm using magic and hammers to help with that. My backpack's over there. Hopefully I didn't just path myself into a trap, knock on wood. Oh, and I can take the first electromancy skill, so. Stoneshard, please. Okay. You also had a candelabra on the ground? I think I got both of them. Ah, crap. I gotta remember. Can you open up the backpack when it's on the ground? Yeah, you can. Okay. So I had... I don't know if I should take the coffee out or not. I think so. It's more so like I just want to try and get back safe. Okay, so now the hard part's going to be getting back to town. Well, maybe not the hard part, but there's going to be a bit of an obstacle here because I have to get back to town in one piece in order to actually claim my reward. Honestly, I don't know. Do you think when I have full electromancy I'll be able to take on the Manticore? Because that's what I'm thinking right now, but if it's 3 more levels of stuff like that, it's like I might go insane before I even try. But I think when I have the Resonance Cascade, I'll also be pretty well off, because I'll just be like passively getting resonance on people. How much damage does this do? It doesn't even say. I don't think it even says. It does 20 damage and then removes shock damage, but it's affected by how many turns of resonance they still have, so like I guess it could probably do like 30 damage in a good situation. That'd be 50. So that means you'd have to have 10 turns of resonance. I don't know, so maybe like 25 more damage. That's to multiple targets, so I should really take those. Oh. Whatever, we'll make it. That skill is also cool for energy. Each resonating target grants 3% energy restoration. Yeah, it's good. It's all good. Like, honestly, the thing about passives in this game is, like, some of them aren't that impressive, but they're all good. There's no real, like, downside to them. As far as, I mean, there might be some trees that have bad passives, I wouldn't know, but the ones I've seen. I can't believe that grub opened a door, man. Okay, hopefully I don't Hopefully I don't run into other blokes. I was going on a tangent about bolt action, but I was gonna say that it's kind of like it plays like tabletop 40k, but it's like a World War II game, so it's pretty cool. But they have this like armies of the Axis or other allies of the Axis book, but it's like all the side factions for the Axis, and like they have rules for like Romania, Croatia, Bulgaria, like stuff like that. But the fun thing is that they're kind of like actually really good. I mean, they're a little cheesy, but they have this rule where their whole gimmick is that well, I don't know about all of them, but most of them, like Romania or like Hungary. Did I say Hungaria? No, I said Bulgaria. Okay. Like Romania and Hungary, at least I know. They can take like one Axis unit, or they can take one German unit as like kind of like an ally. But what makes it fun is that I might go pick up my purse and sell something. But what makes it fun is that like normally there's restrictions on like how many tanks you can take, how many artillery pieces you can take, but that doesn't apply for that allied unit. So Romania can do stupid stuff like taking like 2 artillery pieces or 2 tanks where they shouldn't be able to, and it's pretty much for any slot. So they don't have the strongest rules, but in a way they have like one of the strongest rules, because you can literally do anything with it. But I mean, Britain has really OP rules in that game, and I think Japan is kind of busted because they have this whole, you know, bonsai charge, crazy morale thing going on. So like there's every faction I think has a bit of cheese, but yeah, I think I know nothing about Croatia other than it was kind of involved in World War II. You mentioned there's a famous soccer player from there. It's where Tesla's from. Some brought pretty well and used old German tanks historically. Well, like from what I've found out, the issue with that is that in the post-war period, a lot of German, I guess I should say apparently, it's not like I'm some scholar on this, but apparently after World War II, the Germans would oftentimes, like, even Rommel, like, they'd blame their failures on the non-German troops. So they'd be like, oh, it was because of the, you know, the Ost troop or whatever. They'd be like, oh, it's because we were with the Italians. If the Italians weren't there, we would have won, or, you know, something like that. Like, basically John's. I mean, I think it was such a problem that people just say, well, that's, you know, a huge thing. Like, I don't know if it's as much of a big misconception anymore, but at least at the time, I think that's partially why people are like, oh, the Italians were useless. When it's like, it's kind of a bit much. I'm gonna go to the, I kind of drained the book merchant. I'm actually gonna go to the gem guy. Italy wanted Croatian coastline and Germany wanted an ally, so they established a puppet state in Croatia. Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know, like, I guess, I don't know if this, because, okay, so one time I was talking to someone about it, and they were Hungarians. They were just like, yeah, it's a part of my history, you know? Which I'm like, okay, that's fair. But I was like, I had this weird moment where I was like, is Magyar like an offensive word? And they're like, no, that's just the word for Hungarian. And it's like, dude, I don't know. It sounds like, for all I know, it's some horrible word. So that's why I like, he calls them shit countries. That wasn't very nice of him. But I was just gonna say that's why like I'm very interested in any other country that exists really, but I just feel weird asking because I feel like I have this way of asking where I'm like, am I being offensive? Because like Croatia, I was gonna say, I mean Croatia would be considered like a Balkan state, yeah. They call Hungarian Magyari. Oh, that's where the purse went. Okay, let's turn in this mission. The next time I stream, I'm gonna look into changing the latency. So there's this thing on YouTube where like there's a latency between when people chat and when you respond, and it exists in all things. But the default YouTube one is like 5 to 10 seconds. It's crazy. But I was worried because I don't have a very good internet connection that if I set it really low, it'd cause lag or it'd cause me to disconnect more because I've had a problem with disconnecting. I'm gonna probably try the ultra low latency setting for my next stream. I haven't streamed in a while, but we used to call ourselves the Middle European because we were viewed as Balkan. Well, I was just gonna say because yeah, I'm just gonna go into my personal life. I don't know. I wear my heart on my sleeve, as they say. I don't know. I just kind of talk about it. But I have step family, which is its own little fun. But I have a step yaya, so I have a step Greek grandmother, and she's from Cyprus, but she's Greek, and I think when she speaks Greek, it's the coolest thing in the world. So like that's my view of the Balkans, and I just feel really bad about it because to say, and also even if you consider Croatia Middle European or like separate from that, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying like since I have a family member that's like that, like I see it as like if you've ever been to like an Orthodox church, that's how I kind of see the Balkans or that kind of area of Europe. But I think it's really interesting. Like the more I've learned about it, the more interesting I think it is. This Hitler dude sounds like a toxic person. They should have just canceled him. I don't know why they didn't just say, hey, Hitler, you're canceled. Also, they changed the graphic for the crowns, eh? Oh, there's a deserter's contract. I'm probably gonna get bodied if I do that, though. They're gonna beat me up. I don't want to go. I didn't take my bag, did I? Shit. Where did I drop my bag? Shit. Did I rest? I'm gonna go rest. I want to see if my bag despawned, because if my bag despawned, I'll play through that offline or something. I never equipped my bag. I can't mentally deal with that right now, so let's just say we're gonna investigate what happened to my bag. Oh, I just dropped my backpack, and it had my cloak in it, and like a bunch of other stuff. Alright, thanks for tuning in. I knew that was gonna happen, but I'm just surprised how it happened. You're Catholic, but Greek dialects are great. I once heard a coin Greek spoken part hard to understand the modern Greeks. Yeah. Like another country I thought was really cool was Albania, but it's because Albania has this like really weird. I mean, I guess Albania's kind of memey, if that makes sense, but they also have this weird history. Like one thing I like about them is their currency is called the lek, which is after like Alexander the Great, and apparently it was. They might just be on the euro now, but I thought that was really cool, and their flag looks cool because it's just a big eagle. Did I really? Okay, so another Stoneshard mechanic is there's a respect level, and I actually just hit benevolence, which is great. I like how I lost 30 for disturbing the peace, and that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Did I get the respect level in Manshire? No. I have Amity there. Like how everyone likes me in Manshire. So yeah, you get all these perks. You get all these perks if you complete contracts. So like, you get better gear. The gear is cheaper. That sort of stuff. I was talking with some friends about how they need to implement that in Tarkov. Yeah, I need to take like a mental break from Stoneshard. Like that was actually really fun. And honestly, even if I lost the bag and I have to replay it, like I'm glad I got through it. I got Amity. So the Amity was. Hold on. How do I check the messages? Is it L? It's. Where's the log? That is a real feature, right? I'm not having like some sort of horrible rest mode, attack mode, reloading, shout. Is there really not just a log of things? Their language has no similars like Greek. Yeah. Dude, at my job, I'm jumping. I have a bad habit of switching topics, but at my job, sometimes we have people connect through Zoom, and it's escape. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Your reputation with Brynn has reached Amity. Okay. Wait. I'm just really confused. Oh, I hit Amity in both of them. I don't think I just hit Amity here, but I like forgot I had Amity. I'm on that Brynn grind. Yeah, so I definitely need to just sleep. Because I think the stock doesn't refresh until you sleep or something, right? But, yeah, so at my work, there's this person who joined, and this person. Well, I was gonna say she, but yeah, there's this woman who is joining for a thing, but she had this like kind of weird accent. I asked her, and she's like Finnish, but she spent a lot of her life in the UK, so she has like a Finnish London accent. It's like the coolest thing I've ever heard. I can't. I'm not even gonna do an impression of it, but yeah, that's why as a cool American boy, that's why I like your episode so cool. Because in my mind, I'm like I could go to all the countries, which I probably wouldn't do, but it's also interesting to be honest. An element of it is that like as an American, you know, let's be perfectly frank. Our history starts like a few hundred years ago. You have these countries where they'll be like, well, you know, in ancient times we're involved in this. That's very cool. Like, I've been studying a bit of Korean. I'm hoping to go visit my friend there, from college. But you know, it's like it's weird to just say to him like, it's so cool you have like a history. Because if you ever ask a Korean person about their history, I've gotten a few responses, but I feel like sometimes they'll be like, why are you interested in it? And Korean history is like as interesting to me as like Chinese or Japanese history because I've looked into those, but it's like much more compact. I'm sorry, Koreans, if I'm offending you by saying that, but that's what makes it interesting because you can go through all the different dynasties and it's sort of a little, I don't know, it's like a little bit of a smaller story. Nordic countries are mostly good at English. Sounds like an interesting mix. I feel like Europeans being good at English makes me really embarrassed. I have this sort of like half fluency in Spanish. I wouldn't really call it fluency, but I can read it pretty well. And I can kind of understand it, but like spoken, I'm not good at it. And I worry about the grammar, but like, you know, just even trying to learn a language, like it's really hard, right? And then you have these Europeans, and like the joke over here is that they always go like, they always say the most correct sentence. They'll be like, "Oh, how very nice to meet you," and then they'll say like, "Sorry about my English." And it's just like, dude, you speak better English than I do. It's, you know, you speak very casually to people. I don't know. I'm thinking about. I might stop the recording I have going here and go on for a little longer. I don't want to play Stoneshard anymore. No offense to Stoneshard, but thanks for tuning in. I might draw for a little bit because that's what Shadincore wants. And even if you say that's not what you want, it's what you want now. I'm not sure if I should stop the stream. Like I don't know the ethics of this. This is so professional. The other thing is like, should I keep the in music going? All right, I need to go get a drink. I'll be right back. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Uh, Here's the thing. Hold on. Just let me actually check my YouTube for a second. Let me go full ego mode. There's two people here. Yusun Shin? Yeah, Yusun Shin is interesting, but actually what I was going to say, there is this historical figure named Yongsan-gun. Yongsan-gun. I could try and type it out. I'm probably butchering it still. But basically what happened is he's sort of like a mad prince, and I unmuted myself, right? Okay. He's sort of like a mad prince, but it's this whole story. But it's very interesting. So he was a very bad ruler. He did a lot of bad things, and that's why he has such a different name, because he wasn't given a burial name. So the leaders would get burial names and they died. He didn't get one because he was bad. But the thing is that there's some sort of like weird backstory where like the previous generation of rulers had caused his mother to kill herself, and when he found out, it kind of drove him crazy. So there's a little like bit of a layered story there. It's stuff like that. It's very interesting, and it's very similar to Chinese culture. Not trying to make any big statements there, but I just mean it's very, you know, if you know like Three Kingdoms stuff, it's kind of similar to that because they were also Confucianists. Just let me download the Lino chocolate bar real quick. It's gonna be today's mascot. I should just draw the thumbnail for this stream. If anyone's still here, you can commentate. I don't want to listen to this music anymore though, so I'm gonna change it. So I'm gonna cut the music. I don't really need to save and exit, whatever. Can you quit without saving, or did they remove that from Stoneshard? One sec. Okay. So actually what I was actually thinking about doing is I might genuinely switch over to a separate stream because I want to play the, you know what, I don't even care. These streams are supposed to be a fun thing. I'm gonna play the Might and Magic, I'm gonna play the Might and Magic 6 soundtrack. I'm getting my own audio. I'm gonna play wow, I can't even finish the sentence. Sorry, I'm trying to switch it over. I want to play the Might and Magic 6 OST in the background because it's I don't know, for some reason that's what I felt like doing. I just need to make sure I'm muted because otherwise you'll hear me twice, and I think once is enough. So yeah, I was gonna say, if you have anything you desperately want to see me draw, go ahead. If you heard all that noise, that was just ASMR. That was like a bonus. You should be thankful. I'm just getting mean. Shadincore, what's your interest level in a Discord server? I hope this is audible. Yeah, if you have any cool stuff you need me to draw, shout it out. You can't hear the music. That was a failure. Is that not the right... How's that not the right window? I didn't even know there were other windows. What? I almost did something really stupid. Alright, I'm actually having a moment right now. This should be audible. I'll respond to you in a second. Sorry, I just got really confused by this. Also, I realized that I can't read your text because I'm drawing on a perfectly white layer. So let's do like a... Sure. Gyarados! Okay. The Gyarados is gonna be dumb looking, I just want to know. What's your interest in a cool dead-end Discord server? Oh, I want to put on the bear. I should write a thing that says sponsored by. Where is it? You still can't hear the music. The problem is that... Actually, no. As long as I'm not hearing myself if I have the Discord. Discord. As long as I have the desktop noises, it should be fine. Shouldn't. It starts ripping apart your ears. Let me know. I can't remember what a Gyarados looks like. Alright, where's the bear? Okay. Sorry, I need to get my bear. Create. Can I just drag it in? Wow, you can. Okay. Draw Bingus. I don't know a lot about Discord, but if you have one, I'll check it out. I don't have one. I was just thinking about... I don't know. I've been thinking about making one, but to be honest, the original thing was I was thinking about making a Discord as like 1,000 subscribers, because I kind of missed my 1,000 subscriber thing I was planning on doing. My issue is that I've been in like small YouTuber Discords, you know? Like someone's like, oh, I'm doing pretty well, let me make a Discord. And usually what happens is you get crazy people. And like, I can sympathize with that, but I just... Especially as like a hobby, it just seems like too much to deal with crazy people. Okay, I was trying to draw it shitty as a joke, but that looked like an actual art style. This looks awful. Yeah. That might be the worst looking Gyarados I've ever seen. What is whiskers? Alright, there you go. That's Gyarados, you're welcome. Oh, what pen was I using? I think I was using this one before. No, I was using the turnip pen. Oh. Alright, next request, sorry. Can't win them all, as they say. Alright, Gira Goose. It's so Tumblr looking. It's supposed to be a beak, so I don't know why I put the eyes there. Actually, you know what? You know what would be kind of funnier if it was like, hold on, like this, and then there, and that. Ah! I have like crazy stabilization. I don't remember what I was doing, but I had stabilization. Oh no, I was writing. I was writing like, I have really shaky hands, so I don't like using stabilization, but it basically smooths it out. One of my great uncles is Canadian. He raises geese. I should send this to him and be like, this is accurate. This is what they're like. This is what they do. That's so wrong. Okay, so he has these like side flaps, and I don't know what they are, because I guess they're like fins, but I don't know why they gave them like side fins. Alright. I can go to bed now. Nice try, Grub opening the door. The worst part is like there's no way to even explain how it opened it. Actually, I guess it would already be open. Maybe the paradigm was all wrong. Perhaps. I don't even usually draw like this. It's more so just because I'm like, alright, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. No. Alright, no. Alright, no, no. This is serious. Don't do that. Alright. That's me. Or Jonah. This is that's awful. All right, hold on. Cause we cool. It doesn't even look like a grub. I don't know how to represent this concept, honestly. I thought I did. I thought it would be much easier than this. That's his little puddle. It's his grub puddle. Oh wait, I know how to represent it. Grub. Me. Something about this feels wrong now. I don't know where I'm going. I need to stop. Alright, that's the grub. Make this background. It's actually the only thing that makes sense. That actually makes so much more sense. I like left a little... That looks like 2 U's. It's supposed to say pull. Hold on. I can't really write in cursive, so it's hard for me to like try and do like medieval font because I don't even. Kind of looks convincing, right? Maybe give it a little. I don't know. Whatever. That's what Necromancer's doors look like. That's the bottle of brandy. I don't know where I'm grabbing it, because that was supposed to be the neck of the bottle. I say it's supposed to be Jonah, but, you know, I'm just so immersed. Alright. What? Is the vampire stuff purple or red? I think it's purple. Yeah, this is gonna blow your mind. I feel like I got more viewers doing this than the game happens. I should change the name to Soviet History and Soviet Candy and Art Stream. I actually don't even think this would have been like... It's honestly more yellow. That's too orange. Like yellow, like this scrub is not okay. Someone did something. I mean, they spawned the grub. I don't think I'm gonna like actually shade the arms or anything, but I can at least kind of give this a little bit of, you know, like a grubby shine. Grub shine, I like to call it. Maybe erase the arm. I think it's 2 on the nose. Ah! I don't even remember what layer is which. Wait, what's on this layer? Is that the text? There might be nothing on this layer. I don't think anything changed. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Alright. Oh yeah, because he doesn't have arms now. Yeah, that's continuity. His bottom isn't even like round. Like I didn't even like try. Or I didn't even like give that any sort of goodness. Okay, that looks... No, that's way too much. I want to give him a little... Yeah, there we go. Give him a little blush. Technically the cloak is blue, but I don't think... No, because I'm wearing a hat, right? Yeah, I think I was wearing like a hood. Watch this. Oh shit, this is way too strong. Oh yeah, I have a transparent version. So that's still too strong. Okay, that's a little better. Is that the conversion sound from Age of Empires? That's still too much. Maybe if I... I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't really care. I'm kind of spending way too much time on this. That's why you named lawyer. I thought, damn, maybe I should quit drinking. No, Jonah did quit. She was like, today's the day, and then this happened. She had to start over. I was gonna say, Jonah's kind of fit. Like, I'm not gonna comment any further than that. I'm still using the transparent, but whatever. I don't even like it's like, oh, I know how to draw, haha. Like, I don't even really know Hope Studio that well, and that's my main drawing software. The grog can be brown, I guess. Well, the label shouldn't be brown. The label wouldn't really be like white either. Let's try this. Did I go into a different game's OST? Because this does not sound like Might Magic to me. I don't even know what color. If you ask me what color boots Jonah has, I have no clue, because you don't control your footwear. That was to keep the fetishists out. Wisely done by Ink Stain Games. That's not their name. You just used the wrong name. I'm a true fan. Oh, I didn't get. Oh, how could. That's the most important part. Can't, like, literally make it black because then you wouldn't be able to see it. I mean, you would, but you know what I mean. Hold on, let me get the framing back. That's so perfect. Okay, but the music's like too much. Hold on. What's my Magic 7 OST? I know my Magic 7's so chill. Alright, I accidentally erased part of the layer. Grab 1. Grab 2. Just, you know, just in case I ever want to go back to that. I don't think there's any other scuffs. Okay. This is awful. Dude, music is... I've noticed, like, through editing, like, music is at least always, like, 12 decibels. You need to drop it. Like, I understand why when music is playing, you want to be able to hear it above other things. But I never really realized, like, how much until I started doing videos and even just working with, like, actual, like, real stuff. Not just, like, YouTube videos. Not that I edit a ton, but... I don't know what to draw next. You do a thinking face. It's like weird because you gotta... That just looks like he's doing finger guns. I'm trying to do the thing, you know, like when people put their hand against their face because they're thinking about something? Or like the F-boy meme. That's not mine. I'm not doing the box letters. It's too much work. How do you do that? Hold on. Okay, look up the F-boy emoji. I can't even remember how they do that face. Oh, one of his eyes needs to be half closed. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Give him a salmon spoon. I'm really bad. Actually, you know what? The best part of doing streams like these, I'm really bad at doing like hands. Like the idea of like a hand like showing something to you, I'm not good at that. So this is a good challenge. I can't even do it. I'm gonna lose my mind. I shouldn't have drawn the Lino Bear, I'm sorry. He has like little paw, like he doesn't even have hands. I just realized that. There's no way to like really mess it up because they're kind of just little blobs. He's so into you. If no one else got me, like Lino Bear's got me. I can't even, that, he looks like weirdly muscular when I do that. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. It's because, well, for one, I think it's the other hand, but it's also because, like, it's this weird, it's kind of, like, weirdly detailed, actually, the hand, because it's, like, there's a thumb up. Yeah, let's leave it with that. It's a thumb up, and then the finger's going this way, like, Dare I? He looks like he's cocking a gun to his head. I don't know what I'm doing. Just gonna draw it like a cartoon. There we go. 100% on point. Just people up close to this effect. He seems like something I remember when was a kid. Good job. I don't know if I'd take it that far, but yeah. Any other requests? There's also stuff for like drawing vectors and like actual drawing tools. I always draw kind of freehand. There's a drawing of me. That's my Iberian nose. And that's my sadness. These are my big bug eyes. That's me when I'm freaking out. Alright, this isn't accurate at all. This doesn't look like me. Hold on, let me... I haven't gotten a haircut in a while, so my hair is kind of like that. Or wait, actually it's kind of like that. That's like so much cap. It's not like I look nothing like that, it's more so that doesn't look like me at all. Do you know Junji Ito comics make your face a balloon that follows you? Wait, do you mean... Hold on, I'm just trying to think about this. Do you mean like a word balloon, or do you mean like an actual balloon that follows me? Oh, this face. Okay. Like, hi. My jawline is not that chiseled. Trying to think of how to like represent that I'm like when you look to the side, you kind of have this weird. I always give that one like arching eyebrow. This isn't. Hold on. I need to like rethink of this. This is a very serious request. I like the monk music too. Definitely adds the atmosphere. Why is he following me? Why can't he just leave me alone? I almost did something that would not be good for you. Anyways, that's the balloon. That's his ending. It doesn't work, but I think it's funny. Get away from me! I don't even look that concerned. I need to look like way more shocked. Dude, if a dog looked up and like talked to me like in human language, or like one of my cats, a family member's cat, like I would be like happy, but it would still terrify me. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't just be like, oh, that's rather annoying. That's too much though. That doesn't work. That's too thick for the rest of the face. I don't know what that tongue is, honestly. I just thought it was funny looking. This is the sound that would play. This nightmare creature is stalking me. That makes him look... it's kind of hard to do cross-hatching, because the thing is, like, these little shading lines, like, you kind of gotta go all in or you don't do them, you know what I mean? And the issue for me is I usually just don't do them. I don't know why the balloon would say that. Well, I'm not gonna act like I nailed it, but the balloon with the face on it following me, calling me gay, sketch complete. Not complete, but... always do this thing of drawing like their chins up to like their foreheads. My hair doesn't even really look like this right now. It's kind of like that, but I haven't cut it in a while, so I have like weird sideburns and stuff. I don't know. I can't really draw it, so just pretend that's what I look like. That'll work. All right. Any other requests? Yeah, they try and beat me with something I want. Honestly, I don't. If the balloon promised me like a new car or something, maybe that would be like the point where I'd start to feel like temptation. I'm gonna color this one, but I'm gonna do the balloon first because that's just funnier to me. I can't even. Dude, when I rush, my handwriting is like illegible. There's just been a, come along, grab my string. Ah, Patty the Platypus. Hello, Patty. It is I, the red balloon from Nina's iconic song, 99 Love Balloons. Can't even undo this fast enough. Alright, pretend that's good coloring. Actually, the inner line shouldn't be part of the balloon, not the outer line. The inner line should go away. That one's wrong. Doo-doo. Whatever, I'll leave a gap there. I don't really care right now. If I was really going like detailed, I'd like I say detailed, some artists go crazy with this stuff, but I'd make like I'd make the eyes their own layer. Okay, that wasn't a brush, that's an eraser. Okay. Got really concerned there. Thought I lost my vision. You should just leave red in there. Just full creepypasta mode. Like the creepy music, it definitely adds to it. Okay. Okay, we don't need to get that close. It's kind of this really cheap thing you can do in drawing where you just put whites in the eyes. Like, I know that's really common, but I just mean like it's cheap in the sense that like it's really just an easy way to add like shading. I try and learn how to draw sometimes. This is like way too much. See, that looks like weird though. I don't know why, but this like bright green is more believable as an eye color than that like darker green I had. Okay. It's not really how I like to do it. It's kind of free ball in here. That would actually look better. I'm gonna do it that way. But would the edges be shiny or the middle? I mean, honestly, it's my balloon. He can do whatever he wants. This big pink floppy tongue. His iconic pink tongue is necessary. It's not like quite right for what I'm trying to do. I don't know. Anyways. Maybe full black eyes so it's creepy. Hold on, I'll do that. Just honestly, when I was drawing this, I was just like, I want to draw something from Banjo-Kazooie. Or like, that looks like it's from Banjo and Kazooie. Speaking of which, I think my grandmother is my controller, but I was playing Banjo and Kazooie on my Steam Deck. And sometimes when you watch YouTubers, they're like, oh, I wasn't emulating. I don't think I'm there yet, so safe to say that for now. haven't even... It's kind of just playing it by ear here. So this feels like a ritual now. This music's not okay. Ah, it's uplifting. Maybe they're happy rituals. I don't even know what's going on back there. I like when you remove the layers. Ah! That one never works. That looks so bad. I'm trying to think. I guess... No, I can't put it under because then it wouldn't do anything. So, like, I'm just thinking, like, how do I even... Honestly, this is where it's like... That's too much. There's such a thing as too much, but, like... It just kind of looks better. I honestly think... Yeah, I don't know. See, I can't do it there because the colors don't line up. This is where it would be like really good to have these layers separated so this kind of thing wasn't happening. Or I guess I could just... Hold on. No, that definitely doesn't work. Yeah, it just looks like an actual dark line. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I don't even know. There's a darkness emanating from the bottom of that balloon. It's like, if I actually wanted to make some... I would probably clean it up if I was making like a thumbnail or something, but I just don't feel like it. Like, I'll delete that. Oh wait, this is its own layer, right? Oh, I can just delete wherever then. Sweet. But then when you delete it, it looks really obvious is the thing. I kind of like him having a little bit of shadow over his eyes for like no reason. I made my soft eraser huge. I might call it soon. This is kind of fun. Apparently people want to see this or you're entertained, so that's my goal. That's... It's just not there. I don't know how to put it. He hangs you with it. Let me try this. Hold on. It's so stupid looking. But instead of tears, he was crying blood. That's awful. Somehow the blood was bending. That's actually terrible. Crimson Burrito. Are you talking about like from Berserk? Do I even have pencils? It's kind of a... Okay. This is what everyone in the world truly wants right now. Eggs. They've become expensive. I'm glad the music is kicked in. All they want are some delicious eggs. Instead, all they get are miseries. All sorts of bad stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oops. I don't even... How do you even... Man, that's the thing about Berserk. I don't even know how we... How do you even, like... Really good artists, like, they'll do stuff like, they'll draw lips and you can tell where the lips end. I don't know how you do that. I always just don't draw that part. So that just looks like a conch shell. Those don't look like lips at all. I don't think those are accurate. I don't think I even checked to see if you were actually even talking about Berserk. Oh, okay, you were. I'm glad I got the reference, but I don't know how to actually pronounce those in real human life. I did just get the me and my friend got a bunch of the Berserk me and my friend just got a bunch of the Berserk, like, deluxe edition sets. So I got volumes 1 through 3, but to be honest, part of the reason we got it is because of the bookstore. There's this thing, Barnes & Noble's was giving half off their hardcover books, and Berserk was one of them, so it was like a big thing where people were like, you can get Berserk! Apparently it was like a TikTok thing, which I don't even follow TikTok. My friend happens to, so, you know. But yeah, so I ordered 3, and it was supposed to be half off, but they canceled the order, and I had to order them again. And when I ordered them again, they just weren't half off. And, like, I'm a pretty understanding person, but it's just annoying when it's like, okay, well, that's like a $70 mistake. I mean, it could have been worse. If I bought the entire set, you know, I thought it was half off and it wasn't, that would have been annoying, but... I don't know, it's just annoying to have to, like, go and call people up, and it's like, I don't want to call you up and yell at you, but, like, you know, there's right from wrong. Like, I was told I'd be getting something, I got it, but the price was not what I was told. think they only really look like this when they're like activated. He's kind of a Chad, honestly. This is like a JoJo sprite. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. It's the... trying to actually think. Oh. No, wait. I thought the egg was a character in the new Puss in Boots movie, but I think it was the last one. I'm trying to watch the entire, you know, Puss in Boots trilogy. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I don't know if I could pull this off. Would you still get the indent? Like, if you had a nose indent and you're behelet, whatever it's called, would the indent go here on your lips or would it go up on your nose? Because that's where it was. This is awful. This is like, I should take this as I need to go to bed. I'm trying to do Humpty Dumpty from the Puss in Boots movie. He says a little... Shrek is such a weird franchise, man. You know, like, despite being so popular, he's like, he was at Universal theme parks, and Universal's been doing really well lately. And he doesn't have a ride anymore. Like, I think he had this really old kind of VR, like, 3D ride. And they just kind of got rid of it, and they didn't give him another ride. And, like, Shrek's still popular, and Puss in Boots is still popular. It's just so bizarre. Sometimes, one thought that really worries me is that Disney does so well because their competition is just, like, actually insanely bad. You know? I prefer to think it's just, yeah, well, Disney's really involved with stuff. They got a lot of good brands or whatever. And stuff like that. Like, if I don't know, you just think, like, if I owned Shrek, I'd be milking that. Because it just has this weird popularity with adults, teens, kids. Shrek can still be seen as, like, kind of cool. Because it's involved in meme culture. And the movies are kind of raunchy if you really think about it. That's my take. As the Shrek critic. Let's do a comparison. Hold on one sec. That's awful. That's not even, like, close. Hold on. I'm gonna download one. Alright, sorry, Lino Bear, you have to go away. Get out! Leave! I almost deleted my stream overlay. That would have been a... Where does it go? It's not... Why is this... How is it licensable as a stock image? Isn't it from a movie? Whatever. Let me zoom out a bit more. I hope someone joins on this. Oh, they sell enamel pins of the Beharit. Beharit. The Beharit. Oh my... Okay, that's not what I meant. Oh, no. Okay, I don't know what I was doing, but... That... Oh, wait, I wasn't opening them in... I was opening them in OBS. I actually just had, like, a complete meltdown there. So as you can see, like... I mean, I don't want to say I nailed it, but... I think as far as crossovers go, if you ever saw a Shrek character in Berserk, I'd expect something like this. Guy in the street. Shard. Shard would be the best mod ever. If you could play as the ogre Shrek and destroy everyone. Try a moon from Zelda. I already have a moon. I actually don't know the last time I worked on my channel banner. I actually need to fix it up, honestly. Next time I'm doing art for like a thumbnail, I'll just stream it and see if I can maintain. Oh no! Oh, this isn't the right one. Okay, I hope there's not an issue there. The actual project is like folders for each of these. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had a moment because I worked pretty decently hard on that. Okay. So yeah, that's a drawing I made about Pikmin. You'll never notice it, but yeah, the red Pikmin is a Sanzai. That's Garfield, he's chilling. That's Daigamer, if you've ever seen my iconic Daigamer series. That's that. And that's from Kaiji. So that's all. I was gonna draw more references as time went on. The problem is that I was finding out that YouTube's formatting is really weird for the banners. Looks creepy the way it should be. Yeah, I need to draw the craters. That was the issue I actually ran into. I couldn't find a way to draw craters that looked nice. I hope I didn't curse in any of these. That's not right. Thank you for finding the moon. I wish you hadn't. I actually don't even know how you, like, would draw the... Because it's like a texture, you know what I mean? Like, these lines that the moon has are, like... Because it's a 3D, you know, kind of thing. It's a 3D image on a texture. What? That doesn't make any sense. It's a 3D model, but it has these weird polygonal things to it. So, like, I tried to kind of represent them, but it's, like, weird to just be like this. It's honestly not that weird. I make it sound like it's impossible, but the first time I tried it, it didn't really look right. But then the craters are, like, almost harder, because you have to kind of just go in and be like, I just deleted everything I just did. You have to kind of go in and, like... Honestly, you know, let's be real. I have the reference, which is where I got, like, the outline and stuff from. And it's like... You know, those craters... I don't know, there's just something about them where they're very, like... Because it's a 3D shape. I mean, there's a little bit of difference. Like, I made some hard lines where there weren't ones, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I didn't use a reference. I used to be really anti-reference, and one of my friends was like, why are you like that? And I'm like, I don't know. I always kind of felt like it was like cheating in a way, I guess. To just, like... I mean, this is a little more like tracing than using a reference, but like... I'm not doing it with the intended purpose of stealing art from Majora's Mask concept artist. I don't know what I'm talking about, sorry, I haven't looked at the chat in a while, I've been kind of over here. You didn't... The moon... I almost called you by your name. That doesn't make any sense. Can you, like... Oh, wait, hold on. I'll get rid of the Shrek stuff. Sorry, that's from earlier. I reread that, like, twice now. I don't know what that means. You didn't the moon its signature bazong... You didn't give the moon its You couldn't take the time to write out give? Just do tripophobic dots and stuff for creators. Dude, I have that, really. Like, I think it's a common thing, but the I have that. Because I used to look at, like mushrooms and... Not mushrooms, but, like, I look at, like, plants and stuff, and I see those, like, pores they have, and it bothers me. bazoongas on Mr. Blaff. My iconic friend Blaff wants me to draw the moon's bazoongas. They don't even look good. If I was the moon and I got those, it's like a surgery, I'd ask for like a refund. The bulbarb with its eyes, and it doesn't look like it did it. Okay, now you're just typing nonsense. You didn't the moon, its signature bazoonga is the bulbarb with its eyes, and it doesn't look like it did it. You're just using the autofill on your phone, aren't you? Apparently that was a scary moment for me. This is the weirdest song in my Magic, by the way, because this is just this is the tutorial level. And then I guess they told the composer, oh, it's a scavenger hunt, so make it sound like a horror movie, I don't know. Those are like trypophobia, tripo, however you say it. Those are like those things. It's not a... What? I can't remember my binds, dude. I'm, like, all out of sorts. What? Okay, never mind. I had the right bind, I just didn't click enough times. This makes me deeply uncomfortable. Like, I'm drawing it, and I feel... not okay. I feel like you need to see a therapist. I forgot this is like a top layer, so I have to be a little careful there. I don't know if that one's too much. Yeah, it's too big. They actually don't get that big in the original. Can't wait to get to the point where people are like, actually, in Clip Studio, you can do this. You can actually draw a line. Okay. This is going to be an ongoing project. No one wants to talk about Garfield. I don't know. Like, I mean, it is my channel banner, so it's not like I'd imagine you wouldn't see it. But, like, no one has any... Draw dot, I'll jump. Do them solid color. I kind of like them better like this. Although, let me see. I actually don't know. I like them both. I feel like I just need to add like 1,000,000 of them. That just looks like I'm giving him pimples. That's comment of the year. Thank you. That's close. I only have 6 viewers. The stream title isn't even right. What's happening? Help! Alright. Thank you for everyone thank you everyone for tuning in. Hopefully, I was gonna say check this out. I know I already published a video with this, but this is still one of my favorite things. Yeah, thanks for joining me. On the Goose Show. The Goose Show. That was a good stream. I feel guilty because it says I have like 6 people. I don't know what they're here doing. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I'm hoping to start streaming again every Friday, and my editing software is complete, so I'm hoping that will give me the motivation needed to post videos more regularly, more shit post content for you. I just wanted to say one thing. If you are interested in seeing what I'm up to and stuff like that, you may have to actually go to my channel and like check out my community tab specifically. Like I try and post every now and then when something's relevant, but apparently those aren't popping up for everyone. I don't know why there's 6 of you now. I'm like, this is literally clickbait. I don't even have the right title. But yeah, I'm hoping to stream Fridays around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern time, maybe some other days. So if you have any comments or feedback, feel free to leave them. I don't know if I'm going to do Stoneshard next week. I might do like Star Sector, or maybe I should just draw. That's the feeling I'm getting. Enjoy Lino. I'm gonna go on Amazon and order Lino immediately. Did I leave it or did I get rid of it? That's Puss in Boots. What is this? That's the Dante. No, I got rid of Lino. This is the worst day of my life now. Oh no, World War II Soviet Nutella moon pimple stream is coming to an end. Alright, well, let me copy and paste that. You forgot Stoneshard, by the way. Alright. Have a good night. Bye. I don't know how to end these things. No, I do, but here we go. I'll be reading the comments. I don't know how to mute myself. I also don't have end music. This isn't the right screen, is it? Alright, there we go.